I never felt like I was forced to learn at all. I think your environment is your teacher, and you know, as a kid, you just mimic the adults in your life. You copy the people around you, and so I suppose I would watch my Uncle Phil tinker with surfboards, and I watch my other uncles just tinker with bigger projects. I've just got this naturally curious, inquisitive nature, you know, and so I'd get a rasp or woodworking tools from one of my uncles and modify my foamy, and then because I grew up on a beach break right in front of my house, I could literally just walk across the road and go for a surf and surf this thing. So I think I was about 7 years old the first time that happened, and I went, hey wow, if I change my board, it goes different. I found that what I loved about surfing the most was it was always the ultimate de-stress. It was always the ultimate unwind. Just dropping into a few solid waves and getting that rush kind of always seemed to clear the head. There's a lot of good things about building boards that I wasn't getting out of a corporate structure. You know, I felt that if I went back to doing my own thing, I could sort of do what I did best, which was basically solve people's surfboard and surfing issues. When someone gets a great board, the emotional response that you get from them mate, it makes you feel really good. What I like about working with wood is the way it can change under your hands while you're working with it. It's like watching an ocean and the waves rolling in. It's never the same way twice. Each board in itself is an individual creation. This planet grew that timber. You know, it starts off as a little seedling, grows into a tree, it has a life of its own. Every day it experienced the sun come up, the rain, it drank, and eventually it turns into a piece of wood that's just right for putting into a surfboard. I get most of my inspiration and ideas from the natural world, I think. In my mind, I just always wanted to build surfboards that were lighter, stronger, better, faster, perform better. And so I figured the more things I could learn about nature, about the world, about structure, about physics, I could somehow then apply that to surfboards. Every day there was some sort of experimentation or learning going on. Just in the process of learning to build surfboards, you're always playing with curves and materials, and you're always on a search. It's, you know, I kind of often felt like I was like a scientist, just sort of searching for the next breakthrough, trying this, trying that, mixing this, mixing that. So that was always what Sunova was about, just the search and inquiring and what's the next thing, what's around the corner, what happens if we put these two things together. It's been something that's just always been peculiar to my nature and to this business from the time that it started.